One of the only guarantees in life is you gonna die.
You gonna die.
Heaven is not guaranteed, but maybe if you're buried in a helicopter, you could fly your way to heaven. Did he just have a helicopter on 4 chairs? He gonna have a long flight to get to heaven. Let's talk about these crazy funerals, y'all. What it look like TV?
I am back! What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did ya miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insodians. We inside and we comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
I'm back with another one, man. And today we're going to get into some wild funerals. So before we even get started, I want to say rest in peace to everybody whose funeral we're covering and condolences to all the family members. And at first I was a little indifferent about covering this topic, but then when I thought about it, if you go through as much problems and troubles that these people did to put on a performance for a funeral, you want that funeral to be remembered. So I'm gonna do y'all a favor and I'm gonna help spread the word about some of these wild funerals, because some people went all out and some of the creativity was pretty incredible. But first, let's start off with the people, pretty much all men, that said when they died, they wanted to go with their vehicle, whether it was their car, well, I know exactly where a majority of y'all going laughing at that man Dadillac.
Whoa! You going to hell!
But it's more than just cars. Some people want to be buried with their dirt bikes. My man going out, he taking the dirt bike, the TV, he taking everything with him. And I know y'all sitting there thinking that, wow, overseas, they really get real different with a funeral. But nah, dudes are taking their cars with them in the United States too.
One man's wish of spending eternity with what he loved most has come true. 90-year-old Lonnie Holloway was laid to rest Tuesday in his prized possession.
This was Mr. Holloway. He didn't do anything halfway. You know, if he gonna have to do it, you know, he's gonna have to do it right or don't do it at all.
Yes, Holloway was buried in the front seat of his 1973 Pontiac Catalina. In the passenger seat, Holloway's collection of guns. Some family members were surprised by Holloway's unorthodox decision.
They say you can't take it with you.
But you may not carry it all the way, but you can take a little ways up the road.
Holloway is buried next to his wife, who died 2 years ago. Some family members say he left his house to his dog.
I don't like any of you.
Lonnie Holloway said, forget that. I want all my stuff. Bury me with all my stuff.
Mine!
Put those guns on the passenger seat. Drop the whole car down in there. Ain't nobody getting nothing.
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
But anyway, man, like I said, these funerals can get real inventive. Because some people don't want to be buried with their car or their dirt bike. They want to be buried with that Xbox. He lucky it's his big day and his family all around, or I grab the other sticks and give him this work.
New high score!
What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Did I break it?
But games are some people's life and they want to be buried in that type setting. Like some gamblers want to be buried embalmed rather, at the card table. My man looked darn near green. Seemed like they got to get him in the ground. He wasn't looking too good. But imagine if you was a weightlifter and you spent all your days in the gym getting healthy.
Just doing my workout. Tuesday's arms and back.
Well, they want to have their own little special funerals too, man. Don't forget about the weightlifting.
Hey, yo, Raptor.
That's one thing about being an athlete, man. They say if you're an athlete, you're an athlete forever. And I guess that's up until the day you die, because they want to have their own little special themed funerals also. And some people aren't athletes, they're just die-hard sports fans, and they're going to take their team with them to the grave. The more these funerals are covered, the more I started to realize the American way of doing things isn't always the most exciting, and it isn't the only way to do things. Because don't get it messed up, I don't see nothing wrong with these funerals. That they are a celebration of life, and they're celebrating what that person loved and enjoyed the most out of life. So actually, I think it's rather cool. And I think it's really special that in a lot of these instances, these people are being buried with their personal items, and it seems like their family members are happy and cool with it. Because you know, here in America, as soon as you go, everybody's fighting over your possessions. So to see people get buried with it, as I can't understand, because I want to pass my stuff on to other people. But it's good to see you be able to pass and people celebrate you and not want your stuff. But now let's move into the musicians. Some of these musician-themed funerals. You know, with somebody that was a DJ wanted to be buried at the DJ booth, you knew that was coming. And if you ever knew anybody that was a drummer, drumming is their whole life. They've been drumming on things since they was 5 or 6. So of course they want to drum in the afterlife. Or some people may not actually make music or perform music. They might just have a favorite star that on their last day, they want to go out as that favorite person. My man right here went out as Tupac. I don't understand it, but he went out as Tupac. Thug life. But anyway, man, we can do this for days. Let's move on to the outdoorsman. Imagine if you love hitting the whitewater rapids in your kayak every weekend. You know you can get buried in your kayak too, right?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And sometimes it's not even all that deep. Sometimes they're gonna make you up, make you beautiful, and just stand you there. You know, we're used to the casket in America. Sometimes they just stand you there and let everybody look at you and dress you up all nice. Or if they don't stand you up, they might just sit you down. I'm starting to notice, and they like to put you in like everyday poses. Or it just might be a situation where you don't do much but sit at the kitchen table and smoke cigarettes and drink Bush beer. So they embalm you behind, put you at the dinner table, and let everybody have one last cigarette and one last beer with you. Can't front, she looked like a nice person. I would have had a cigarette and beer with her. But anyway, y'all, we done pretty much reached the end of this one. Hit me in the comments section to tell me how y'all feel about this one, and if y'all go, what's the plans for y'all funeral. I'm telling y'all, after seeing this, I think I might have to switch my plans up. I might not just want the regular old schmegular like everybody else, man. I might have to get a little bit inventive and actually make my funeral something to remember. Like I said, tell me about y'all experiences, if y'all ever been to any crazy funerals, if you got anything weird planned for when you do go.
Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
But like always, man, if you done made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.